Breaking news. Senator Van Hollen meets with Kilmar in El Salvador, in a dramatic international standoff that now pits the United States Supreme Court against a prison compound in El Salvador. Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen of Maryland has done what Donald Trump refuses to do. He traveled to El Salvador to meet with Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the man illegally deported by the Trump administration in March, in open defiance of multiple court orders. The senator posted a photo of the meeting on X, calling Abrego Garcia's wife to pass along her husband's message of love. For weeks, Abrego Garcia's family had no idea if he was alive, let alone safe. His wife, Jennifer Vasquez Sura, responded with relief and resolve. "My children and my prayers have been answered. The efforts of my family and community in fighting for justice are being heard, because I now know that my husband is alive. God is listening, and the community is standing strong." But this visit wasn't just a photo op. Only hours earlier, Van Hollen had been blocked from entering the notorious Secot prison where Abrego Garcia is being held. His car was stopped by soldiers at a checkpoint, while other cars were waved through. "They stopped us because they are under orders not to allow us to proceed," Van Hollen said. Orders from whom? Most likely El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, who later posted his own images of the meeting minutes before Van Hollen's. His caption? "Now that he's been confirmed healthy, he gets the honor of staying in El Salvador's custody," followed by a handshake emoji between the U.S. and El Salvador flags. If this sounds like a dictator mocking the United States Supreme Court, it's because that's exactly what's happening. The Trump administration deported Abrego Garcia in March, despite an immigration court order preventing it. Trump officials claimed he had gang ties to MS-13, without ever filing charges or offering a shred of evidence. Abrego Garcia was living legally in Maryland, working and seeking asylum. Now he's in a foreign prison, and the same administration that illegally deported him says it has no basis to bring him back, even as the Supreme Court demands it. Let's be clear. This isn't immigration policy. This is contempt of court with a passport. And Donald Trump is not just defying the courts, he's outsourcing the defiance to a foreign strongman. That strongman, President Bukele, has packed Secot with over 84,000 people as part of his war on gangs. Human rights groups have accused him of torture and systematic abuse. Trump's allies are fine with that. In fact, they're celebrating it. Multiple Republican lawmakers, including West Virginia's Riley Moore and Missouri's Jason Smith, have recently toured the Secot prison. Neither mentioned Abrego Garcia by name, but both praised the facility. Moore called it part of Trump's mission to secure our homeland. Smith thanked Trump for putting illegal immigrants who committed violent acts against Americans behind bars. But Kilmar Abrego Garcia has never committed a violent act. His only offense was existing under a Trump presidency that sees immigration as a crime and the law as optional. The Supreme Court has called his deportation shocking. But Trump doesn't care. His press secretary is now trotting out victims of crime to frame the deportation as necessary, even though Abrego Garcia has no connection to those crimes. Van Hollen is having none of it. "We won't give up until Kilmar has his due process rights respected," he said. And he's not alone. Senator Cory Booker is now considering his own trip to El Salvador, with other House Democrats expected to follow. This is what a constitutional crisis looks like. One party follows the law. The other treats the law like a speed bump. And caught in the middle, one man, one family, and a country deciding whether courts still mean anything. Please help me grow my channel. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share with a friend.